I know conservation runs deep in your blood from having worked with you before, but I mean, you're pretty much a prime example here, you and your family, of sustainability and longevity. This farm's been around for over 100 years.
Yeah, late 1880s, Virginia Century Farm. And in fact, right here, this land that we're at, I mean, I remember as a young boy in the 70s, my grandfather would raise turkeys out on the open range in the field right in front of us. And so I have vivid memories as a 5-year-old boy walking out with my grandfather and him instilling in me a love for production agriculture, but more importantly, a love of the land. And it was his goal and hope that that his son and grandson and hopefully great-grandson will be able to continue in that. And so to see my father embrace that, and then for me to be able to embrace that, it's been really neat. So my kids are able to see it firsthand as well. Every operation, every generation has kind of had to change and adapt. And so my kids are looking at one day, our farm is beautiful here with the views of the mountains. They would like to see us get into great production and maybe put in a winery one day. So it's exciting to see what this place might look like in another 50 years, but it'll definitely still be a farm, but it might look a little bit different.
So, man, I also have to ask you about sustainability and the conversations that are happening with climate change. Again, especially with your perspective of being on both sides of the fence, so to speak, as a producer and as somebody from DC who worked in an agency there. There's a lot of discussions, but we have a really positive story and an opportunity there, don't we?
Absolutely. You know, especially with this new administration, there's a lot of talk about climate change and what we as a nation and a society can do to reduce that threat. Agriculture's got a great story to tell. The conservation work that we're doing, no-till and cover crops and crop rotations, all of those things are so very important. They're good for the environment, they're good for the bottom line, but they really help reduce carbon emissions and climate change. And so, as you said, we have to make sure we're telling our story. I'm hopeful that as these carbon trading markets develop over time, there'll be some real neat opportunities for producers to get some financial gains in trading these credits. They're already doing the work, so it would be nice to see them be rewarded and compensated in a way that helps corporate America that has a huge carbon footprint. Agriculture's doing such a great job on our end to be able to see these markets develop and farmers can win. But as you said, we've got to tell the story. As chief, I had a chance to testify several times before Congress, and farmers were called in to join in these discussions. There's great stories to be told, and they're listening. So we just have to take advantage of those opportunities. And I think as far as funding goes, to make these programs a reality, I think the timing is right. So we just got to be able to show up and tell our story.
And with us telling that story, there's really an opportunity for this administration to commit a lot of resources to pay back those producers that are doing the things that need to be done.
So the 2018 Farm Bill through NRCS, it was about $4.5 billion a year through our 4 major Farm Bill programs. And Secretary Vilsack has already come out and said that may not be enough. And so I think that the opportunities are going to be there, even through our EQIP program, Environmental Quality Incentive Program. $2 billion a year was only serving about 25% of the applicants that apply. So clearly, in order to meet these demands that we have as an industry, it takes those resource dollars. And I'm confident that more money can be put. I know the farmers can utilize it and do the right thing, but it's expensive. And so if we can get more money put in place to help our farmers and assist in their efforts, I think it's going to be a win-win.
It's fun to see you out here in your natural environment. Clearly you love what you do, Matt. What's the best part about being a producer?
You know, the best part is just being able to wake up every day and look outside and see this beautiful, beautiful farm and be able to know that the work that we do every day is really feeding our nation. It's sustainable agriculture for that next generation, and just knowing that we're playing a small part in this great task that we have.